A very good morning to one and all present over here. This is Professor Nimesh Davda, and we will be starting off with the session in a few minutes. Let's wait for others to connect quickly. Okay, students, so please confirm that the screen which I have shared is well displayed on your devices and my voice is properly audible to everyone. All right, thank you for the confirmation. So yeah, before starting it, just a little bit of information for the class that during the session, whatsoever the doubts or whatsoever the other queries which you'll be having apart from our regular questionnaires, we will be solving it on a later stage. We will accept your questions and we will be reverting you back very soon. So this is the brief information which I was about to give you. So anyways, let's get started with our today's session. So since you know that we are having today a booster session on verbal reasoning conducted by myself, Mr. Nimesh Davda. I am a lecturer and a Central Training and Placement Officer from ARC University, Rajkot, Gujarat, India. And before starting it, I would like to have you all a brief walkaway of RK University. Okay, so please enjoy this short video of our university. Okay, so as you might be knowing that today is the International Day for Biological Diversity. So wish you all a very happy International Day for Biological Diversity. And we know that biological systems are the sustaining wealth of the world, so they should be saved and made better. Now, I will also like to show you a few brief of the biological diversity of our university with the help of the image which is captured. So these are few of the biological diversity at our university. So this you can enjoy it right at this moment based on this collage prepared by our PR team. And a few other clicks are also represented over here. Okay. So students, as you might be knowing it that we are covering these 4 chapters. Okay, as we are covering these 4 chapters in this booster series. Okay, please confirm that my voice is properly audible to everyone. I'm still receiving a few of the uh, messages in the chat window that the volume is low or no sound. Okay, okay, okay. Now I do believe, is it proper? Okay, okay then. Okay, then we'll continue now. So since we had covered up this very first chapter syllogism in our last session, which was conducted on last Saturday, and today we will be covering up with this new chapter, that is direction sense test. So let's get started with our today's topic of discussion, which is direction sense test. Now, very first, before moving on to the simplification of problems of direction sense test, it is very crucial for all the students to make their concepts clear related to this particular chapter. So we have presented few of the important concepts which will be guiding you in the simplification of problems based on this particular chapter. So let's have a look at the very first concept offered to us, that is to simplify the problems for direction sense test. One must be aware of the directions, and this following diagram will show the basic directions. So as you know that if we look at the compass, okay, if we look at the compass, then we have these 8 directions in the compass, wherein the angles are as mentioned over here, that is the angle traced between the north side and the northeast, that is 45-degree angle, and same goes with northeast and east, and this is how it follows in a clockwise direction. So each and every set of angles is having the 45-degree measured traced between one or the other. And if we look at this particular, then we are also having the angle traced between north, south, east, and west, that is 90-degree. Now, proceeding ahead further, we have other concepts also to look out, that is, if a person is moving or if a person is facing towards north, then their left hand faces west and right hand faces east. Okay, if one moves facing towards north, then their left hand will be facing towards west and right hand will be facing towards east. We can have this representation from this miniature 3D model presented over here. Okay, this person is facing the north direction, so we can find that the left hand of the person, okay, that is facing towards west. We can also identify with the help of this compass which I have presented over here. So this is the west direction and this is the east direction, and we have this as the left hand and this as the right hand. So this is what the basic. Then another part, that is, if one moves facing towards the south, then the left hand will face the east and right hand will face the west. We can able to pictorize this particular concept with the help of this model. Once again, we can find that this model is facing towards south, and we can able to identify that the left hand is facing towards east now. Okay, so this is the left hand and this is the right hand we can consider. So this is how it goes with this particular. Moving ahead with the next concepts part, that is, if a person is moves facing towards east, then their left hand faces north and right hand faces south. We can able to pictorize this with the help of this 3D model once again, that the person is facing towards the east side, and his north side is and his left hand side is facing towards the north and right hand side is facing towards the south. In a similar way, we have the other part, that is, if one moves facing towards west, then the left hand faces towards south and right hand faces towards north. We can able to identify with the help of this model once again. So these are few of the basic concepts which will guide you for the simplification of the various problems of direction sense test. The concepts are not over yet. We are also about to learn few further concepts of this direction sense test, that is the concept of the person who is facing north and wanted to take a right turn, then he will be heading towards east direction after taking the turn. Okay, so if a person is facing the north direction, and let us say that if he wants to take a right turn, then he will be heading towards the east direction. It can be understood with the help of this figure that at present we can able to identify that the person is facing towards the north side, and if we want to take a right turn, so let us assume that he is taking a right turn. Okay, he was at the north direction facing and he is taking a right turn, and then after he will be heading towards the east direction. In a similar way, students, we have, if a person is facing once again the north direction and if he takes a left turn, okay, if a person is facing the north direction and if he takes a left turn, at that point of time he will be heading towards the west direction. So it can be understood once again with the help of this model. So let us examine that this person is facing towards the north, and once he takes a left turn, it will be he will be aligned in this particular manner, and then after taking the left turn, he will be heading towards the west direction. So this is how it goes. We are also having the furthermore extension to these concepts of the other directions too. That is following from this particular concept, we have if a person is facing towards south now. Okay, in the previous case we observed for north direction. Now we will observe for the south direction. So if a person is facing south and wanted to take a right turn, then he will be heading towards the west direction after taking the turn. So this can be observed with the help of this figure. Once again, you can able to observe that this person is facing the south direction, and once he takes the right turn, he will be aligned like this way, and he will be heading towards the west direction. In a similar way, if a person, once again, he is facing the south and he wanted to take a left turn, so he will be heading towards the east direction after taking the turn. So you can observe this with the help of this model once again, that he was facing the south direction and he took the left turn and he headed towards the east direction. Furthermore, we have onto this particular concept, that is now if a person if is facing the east direction and wanted to take a right turn, then he will be heading towards the south direction after taking the turn. Okay, so we have the person who is facing the east. So after taking right turn, he will be heading towards the south direction and he will be proceeding further. In a similar way, once again, if a person is facing towards the east and wanted to take a left turn, he will be heading towards the north direction after taking the turn. So we have once again the person who is facing the east direction, and once he takes the left turn, his face is towards the north direction and he proceeds further towards the north direction. And lastly, we have if a person is facing west. If a person is facing west and wanted to take a right turn, then he will be heading towards the north direction after taking the turn. So it can be picturized with the help of this model once again. Now you can observe that the person is facing west and wanted to take a right turn. So after taking the right turn, he will be aligned like this way and he will be heading towards the north direction. In a similar way, if a person is facing west and wanted to take a left turn, then he will be heading towards the south direction after taking the turn. So once again, let us observe this. So at present, this person is facing the west direction. After taking left turn, he will be heading towards the south direction like this way. So these are the basic direction concepts which we have observed, and this can be readily understood from this compass which we have kept over here. These concepts are presented over here in a nutshell. Okay, with the help of this compass, one can able to easily identify the turnings. Okay, so proceeding ahead further with the direction table part. Now you can easily able to observe that direction table comprises of the concepts which we had studied, that is the heading portions, that is north, south, east and west was covered up. But apart from it, many of the times it may happen that apart from these basic directions, the other directions like northwest, southwest, southeast and southwest are also provided in the problem data. So to understand that, we have this table which we will be learning it. So we need to memorize this table for the better answering of this question in a rapid way. Okay, so for rapidly answering the questions, one must memorize this table properly. Okay, so these are the basic understandings of the direction sense test. Now last concept which you will be learning, that is the concept of shadow, which is presented like this way. So at the time of sunrise, it is already known that sun rises in the east. So let us say a person is standing over here, then his shadow will be towards the west side. Okay, and this is the morning time. It is represented that if a person is facing the north, his shadow will be towards his left, and if a person is facing south, then his shadow will be towards his right. This is a very common understanding now. In a similar way, at the time of sunset, what is happening that if a person is standing facing north, then his shadow will be towards his right hand side, and if a person is facing the south and south direction, then his shadow will be towards the left hand side. Now it is important to note that at 12 noon, there will be no shadow. Okay, so at 12 noon, there will be no shadow. This is the thing which we need, which we are supposed to keep in mind. So on this note, students, we are hereby done with the conceptual part of the direction sense test. Now we will quickly simplify a few of the problems which I've kept for the simplification aspect in the upcoming slides. Okay, so let's start with the simplification of problems based on direction sense test. Now for this simplification part, I need an active participation. So what you need to do is you need to be responsive while the question is getting completed, and once I finish with the explanation to the given question, you are supposed to have your answers in the chat window. You can write only options, that is A, B, C, or D, whatever the answer you feel it is correct. You have to mention it in the chat window. So let's get started with the very first problem which is offered to us. That is, one morning there were two persons, namely Uday and Vishal, who were talking to each other face to face at a crossing. So if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, in which direction was Uday facing? So students, we have the options listed as A east, B west, C north, and D south. Now to understand this explanation of the question, let us try to observe this condition over here with the help of a crossroad situation which is provided in the figure. And let us find the two persons standing at the crossroad. Now, since we are provided in the data that it is the morning time, okay, since it is clearly specified that it is morning time, so we have the sun in the east direction, and the shadow of the persons are represented by this rectangle. You can find this, I've mentioned it as a shadow over here. So it is in the west direction. Now we are unknown with the name of the persons at present. Okay, now let us try to observe that who is Vishal and who is Uday. So by examining this question properly, okay, one morning these two persons were standing at the crossroad talking each other face to face. Now if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, now students, it's a very common understanding that if this is Uday, okay, if the second person is Uday and this is Vishal, then on the base of that concept of table which we had learned right at this moment, okay, on the base of that concept we are clearly with the understanding part that if a person is facing towards the north, okay, if a person is facing towards the north, then his left hand will be towards the west and right hand will be towards the east. Okay, this concept we already learned right before a few minutes. So following that part, we have marked this particular, that let us say that if this is Uday, then this is the left hand side of the Uday. Okay, this is the left hand of the Uday and this is the right hand of Uday. In a similar way, this is left hand of Vishal and this is right hand of Vishal. Okay, let me mention it with L and R over here. Now if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, okay, so Vishal's shadow was to the left of Uday, that means over here. Uday's left is towards the western side. Okay, so which direction is Uday facing? It is a very commonly known fact from the given figure now. Okay, so I've received many of the responses in the chat window. Yes, I received a query that how do you know which one is Uday and which one is Vishal? So that is why I have pictorized this concept. You can able to identify from the question which is provided over here that if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday. Now see, it is a very common understanding that whenever a person or whenever two or more persons are standing at a crossroad, like you can find over here in this particular image, okay, and if it is a case of morning, then the shadow will be always towards the west direction. Now since it is provided that we are having the Vishal's shadow exactly to the left of Uday. Now this is the shadow, okay, of a person and this is the shadow of another person. Now which person is having left hand side shadow? Okay, which person is having left hand side shadow? So it is very common understanding that this is the person who has his left hand side and shadow towards his left. Okay, so Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday. So Uday's left is this part. Okay, this part. So this person is Uday, and this person is Vishal. So yes, based on this fact, we can able to come across that the correct answer is definitely it's option C. So those who answered option C have provided the correct responses to the given question. Okay, dear. Okay. So I believe this question is well understood by each and every student attending my today's meeting. So new question based on this direction sense test is, if y is in the east of x, which is in the north of z, if p is in the south of z, then in which direction of y is p? Now let us say if these kind of problems are offered to you, you will be having the options listed like this way, that north, south, southeast, and southwest. So the very first, okay, y is in the east of x. So let us very first fix the direction of x to be somewhere over here. As you can find from my cursor itself, okay, x is located over here. Now y is in the east of x, so y will be somewhere over here. Okay, so y is in the east of x, so east direction is towards the right hand side of our screen. So that is the location of y. Now what is given, that y is in the east of x, which is in the north of, z. Okay, so x is in the north of z now, students. So z is located towards the south of x. Okay, so since it is provided in the question itself that x which is in the north of z, make sure x is in the north of z, so z will be in the south of x over here. And if p is in the south of z, okay, so p location is over here just beneath 2z. Now what is asked, that in which direction of y is p? Okay, so which direction of y is p? Now it is very common understanding, like this arrow from the given compass over here at the top right corner of your screen, which is the direction which is inclined at a 45-degree angle. You may have your answer in the chat window. Observe this compass over here. Very good, very good, very good, students. So for your better understanding of this concept, I have provided this compass, and based on this, you can able to quickly identify which option will be the best option for the given question. Yes, very good, very good. But make sure, students, this compass will not be provided in your examination. So you need to draw this compass one time on a piece of paper for the simplification of direction sense test problems. Okay, this is represented just for the smooth conduction of our session. Okay, very good. So yes, option D, southwest, is the correct answer to the given question. Congratulations. Yes, I received a query. Please explain it again from one of our students. So no need to worry, Dia. I will be explaining it once again. See what is given in this example. Very first, y is in the east of x, which is in the north of z. If p is in the south of z, then in which direction of y is p? Okay. So this was the problem offered to us, and these are the options which will be provided to you. Now to simplify this, we need to consider at least one person over here, that is x. Okay, since y is in the east of x, so very first let us fix the direction of x. Okay, for the better understanding, so x is located over here. Okay, let us say now y is in the east of x, so x will be y will be towards the east side, so over here. In a similar way, what is given, that y is in the east of x, which is in the north of z. Now see, x is in the north of z. Okay, x which is in the north of z, so z will be located to the south of x. And after that, if p is in the south of z, so p location will be beneath to the z. And then after, we are asked with a question that in which direction of y is p. So it is a very common understanding that the angle made by this particular ray, okay, follows which direction, then it is very simple. Option D, southwest, is the correct answer to the given question. Okay, I believe Dia, I made your query clear for this particular question. Please confirm it. Okay, okay. Proceeding ahead with the next question, question number 3. We have a man walks 5 kilometers towards south and then turns to the right. Now, after walking 3 kilometers, he turns to the left and walks 5 kilometers. Now, in which direction is he from the starting place? Okay, so we are having the options listed as option A north, B south, C southeast, and D southwest. Now, we can consider the situation of this man to be somewhere over here, named as A, location A. Now he walks 5 kilometers towards the south. Okay, so this is the position. Then after, we have this particular represented as, okay, so after walking 5 kilometers towards the south, he turns to the right. Now students, to have a better understanding of this direction, okay, after walking towards the south, since we had learned from that particular table, okay, which I've taught you from the table, so you can find it very clearly from this table itself. Okay, so after walking south, okay, if a person is taking the right turn, he turns to the west side. So once again, redirecting to the given question, so he is turning towards the west, that is 3 kilometers towards the west, and reaches at location C. And then after, he turns to the left and walks 5 kilometers. Now, whenever a person is facing towards the west side and he turns left, okay, so with the help of this table, we can able to identify that he is facing towards the south side. You can find it over here. If a person is facing towards the west before taking the turn, and after taking left turn, he will be facing towards the south. Now, bringing you back to this given question, so you can find that 5 kilometer is over here, represented downward arrow. So now the question is, in which direction, okay, is he facing? Okay, is he facing from the starting place? So he is towards the, yes, very good, very good. I've received many of the responses. Once again, we have the same answer, and the answer is southwest. Okay, let's have a look at the correct answer also. And yes, definitely it is southwest. So I believe that this question is once again clear to every student. If you are having any query related to the said question, you may raise it right at this moment, else we'll proceed to the next question. Okay, okay, we can proceed now since we are not having any query. Next question. The question is, Rasik walked 20 meters towards north. Then he turned right and walks 30 meters. Then he turns right and walks 35 meters. Then he turns left and walks 15 meters. And finally, he turns left and walks 15 meters. So in which direction and how many meters is he from the starting position? Now we are having the options, namely option A 30-meter east, option B 30-meter west, option C 45-meter east, and option D none of these. So as we have the directions, we can find that we can locate the position of Rasik by this location A to be the initial point. Then after, once he starts his journey walking 20 meters towards the north, so let us consider he reaches at point B. Then after, he takes a right turn. Now students, it is a very common understanding. Once again, I will redirect to that particular table. So if a person is facing the north side and if he takes a right turn, then he heads towards the east direction. It is a very common understanding from this table. So let me redirect you back to the given question. So he walks 30 meters towards the east and reaches this destination C. Then after, he takes a right turn and walks 35 meters. So once a person is facing towards east and then he takes a right turn, then where will he go? he will go to the south direction, as you can find from this table itself. Okay, so if a person is facing east and if he takes a right turn, he will head towards the south direction. So once again, getting you back to the question itself. So he covers up the distance of 35 meters towards the south and reaches the destination D. Then after, he takes a left turn and walks 15 meters. Now, if a person is facing the south direction and he is taking a left turn, okay, if a person is facing the south direction, as you can find over here, and if he is facing a left turn, he will head towards the east direction. So now let us consider his east direction position like this way, and he reaches at point E. Okay, now once a person is facing the east direction and he takes a left turn, okay, if a person is facing east direction and he takes a left turn, so once again bringing you back to this table, so east direction and left turn will bring the person head towards the north direction, as you can find over here. So bringing you back to our problem, so yes, he reaches at destination F. Now, in which direction and how many meters is he from the starting point? Now, students, it's a very common understanding that we need to look at this distance. Okay, he reaches at the equal horizontal level from where he started his journey. Okay, that is the destination A. The level is same, only the distance traveled is we need to calculate. So it is very common understanding, we need to only sum up the distances of BC and DE, which is 30 plus 15 meters will result into 45 meters. So definitely the answer will be option C, which is 45 meters towards the east direction. Yes, very good. And I found that many of the students have responded the correct answer to the given question. So congratulations to them. Okay, any query in this particular question, or shall we proceed to the next question? Okay, okay. Thank you, students. Then we'll proceed to the next question. Very good, very good. So next question is, one evening before sunset, two persons named Jeff and Arthur were talking to each other face to face. Now, if Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur, be very careful, students. If Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur, which direction was Jeff facing? We are supposed to answer. Okay, so we will have the list of options, namely option A is east, option B west, C north, and D south. Now let us try to pictorize the given situation with the help of this figure. Once again, we have this situation. Now since it is an evening time before sunset, so very first we'll bring on these two persons at the crossroad quickly. And this is the evening time representation which you can find. Okay, so sun is towards the western side and the shadow of the persons will be towards the east. Okay, this is the consideration which we had learned from the basic concepts itself, that whenever it is a case of sunset, at that point of time sun is towards the west and the shadow will be towards the east side. Now we will try to identify that who is Arthur and who is Jeff. So now we can able to identify that if a person is facing towards the north, okay, that means this person is facing towards the north direction. So his right hand side will be this way, which is towards east, and his left hand side will be this. Similarly, this will be the left hand side for this particular person and right hand side for this. Okay, now what is given that if Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur, now we need to observe a case wherein the shadow is towards the right hand side of the person. So it is only one case which is left, that is Arthur is this particular person. Okay, since his right hand, okay, Arthur is this particular second person who is facing towards the north side, he is Arthur, and this is Jeff. Okay, it is a very common understanding we can able to observe over here, and based on this we can able to quickly identify the direction of facing of Jeff. And let me check the options. Very good, very good. I've found many of the responses, and yes, definitely your answer is correct. It is option D, south. Very good, very good, fantastic. Yes, definitely it's option D, south. So students, I do believe I've made myself very clear with the explanation part of this particular question. Okay. Okay, students. So let me clear these annotations very first and then I will proceed to the next question. Okay, okay, okay. Next problem, students. A man walks 2 kilometers towards the north, then he turns to east and walks 10 kilometers. After this, he turns to the north and walks 3 kilometers. Again, he turns towards east and walks 2 kilometers. So how far is he from the starting point? We are supposed to answer this. So your options are A 10 kilometer, B 13 kilometer, C 15 kilometer, or is it D 17 kilometer? So we can locate this starting position of this man to be somewhere over here. This is the starting point A. Now, since he walks 2 kilometers towards the north, so this is the location B. After walking 2 kilometers, he reaches to location B. Then he turns to east and walks 10 kilometers. Okay, then he turns to east and walks 10 kilometers. So this is the location. After taking right turn, he walks 10 kilometers and reaches the destination C. And after this, he turns to north and walks 3 kilometers. So this is the location of this person. And again, he turns towards east and walks 2 kilometers. So this is the final location. That is the location E. Now, how far is he from the starting point? Now, students, to answer this question, we need to calculate the shortest distance between the person, between the location A and location E. Okay, to answer these questions, these type of questions, we need to calculate the shortest distance. And that shortest distance can be found out using the hypotenuse concept of the Pythagoras theorem. Now, we can able to identify that this is we can consider this as to be the right angle triangle like this way. Okay, we can understand these locations to be like this way, and this angle is 90° over here. You can find it on your screen, and this total distance, that is from BC and DE. Okay, if we sum up these distances, then it is 12 kilometers. Then this particular distance from AB and CD, if we sum up these distances, we have a total distance of 5 kilometers. Now, using the Pythagoras triplet, or if you use that Pythagoras theorem, okay, you can able to easily calculate the shortest distance, that is under root of, okay, I'm writing it, under root of 5 square plus 12 square. So it is ultimately 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144. If you sum up, it is 169, and the under root of 169 gives you 13. So 13 kilometer will be the answer to the given question. Okay, so let's have a look, and yes, 13 kilometer is the answer. Yes, many of the students have answered it very rapidly, and I'm really happy with the responses. Very good, students. Yes. Okay, so any query related to this question can be raised right at this moment, else we'll proceed to the next question. Okay, so I received a response. We'll proceed to the next question, students. No need to worry. So next question, question number 7. Some boys are sitting in 3 rows, all facing north, such that A is in the middle row. P is just to the right of A, but in the same row. Q is just behind of P, while R is in the north of A. So in which direction of R is Q? We are supposed to answer this. So your options are A south, B southeast, C southwest, or is it D northeast? So we have the representation of the given question like this way. We have the rows, row 1, row 2, and row 3. Okay, then we have the location of this person, person A, since it is provided in the question itself that A is in the middle row. So let us locate A somewhere over here in the row 2. Then P is just to the right of A. Now to the right of A, it is towards this direction, that is towards east, since all the students are facing towards the north. So right hand side of A will be towards east, following the direction concept which we learned. Then after, what is given that Q is just behind of P. So Q will be somewhere over here in the row number 3, and R is in the north of A. So R location will be over here. Now in which direction of R is Q, we are supposed to answer this. So what is this direction called? You can able to answer this from the compass itself. You can find on the top right corner of the screen. So have your responses quickly. Very good, very good. So it is very clear from this compass itself that you can find this inclination of this particular line, okay, which I am pointing out with my cursor. So this line is the line which we are having for the direction of our given question. And yes, definitely it is southeast. So your answer will be southeast. I do believe the explanation of this question is well clear. Okay, since I've received one query that once again, sirs, from one of our student. So I will re-explain this question based on that particular request. Let me rewind this. Okay. So see, this is the problem offered to us. Now we will try to pictorize this problem based on the question which how it is offered. So some boys are sitting in 3 rows and all are facing towards the north. Okay, so we will quickly have 3 rows, row 1, row 2, and row 3, and we will have the representation of this very first person, that is person A. Okay, since A is in the middle row, it is mentioned in this first statement, so I will keep this location of A somewhere over here. Now P is just to the right of A, so P location will be somewhere over here. And after that we have the Q who is just behind of P. Okay, so Q will be somewhere over here in the row number 3. Then after, R is in the north of A, so R location will be over here. And we are asked that in which direction of R is Q. Okay, Q is in which direction of R. So this is our question. And you can able to observe from this particular compass itself that if inclination is like this way, okay, then it points out towards the southeast direction. Okay. So the student who raised the query, I believe that it is properly understood. Please confirm it. Okay. Okay, Isha, thank you for the confirmation. We'll proceed further to the next question now. Next question, question number 8. X started to walk straight towards south side. After walking 5 meters, he turned to the left and walked 3 meters. After this, he turned to the right and walked 5 meters. Now in which direction X is facing? We are supposed to answer this. So your options are A north, B south, C southeast, or is it D southwest? So let us try to pictorize the case like this way. X started to walk towards the south. So let us consider this location A to be the starting point of the person X. Now he walks towards the south direction, and after walking 5 meters, he turns to the left. So let us say after walking 5 meters, he turns to the left. Okay, so he reaches somewhere over here at destination C. So as you can find, if a person is facing towards the south and if he turns left, okay, the based on this table which we have learned, we can find that the person will head towards the east side. Okay, you can find that if a person is facing towards the south and if he turns to the left hand side, then he will head towards the east direction. Now once again, getting back to our question itself, So he will be reaching at the destination C, and after walking 3 meters, what he did that after this he turned to the right and walked 5 meters. Now in which direction of X is he facing? So once a person is facing east direction, and if he turns to the right side, so he will head towards the south direction. It can be understood based on that particular concept itself, that if a person is facing towards the east and if he turns right, then he will move towards the south side. Okay, you can find it from this particular, my cursor will be helpful for you in representing the concept. So once again, let me get back to the question itself to complete the question. Now, in which direction is the person facing? So at this particular point, in which direction is he facing? It is very easy to answer. Yes, many of the students have answered it while I was explaining. Very good, students. And yes, definitely your answer seems to be correct. So let's have a look at the correct answer also. And yes, it is. Okay, it is the correct answer. Very good, very good. So I believe that this explanation is well clear to everyone. Still, if you have any query, you can raise it at this moment, else we'll proceed to the next question. Okay, since I received few of the queries, okay, I will explain it once again, no need to worry. See, what is given, we will once again try to understand this question properly. A person started his journey to walk towards the south. Okay, let us consider the initial position of this person to be somewhere over here, and he walks towards the south 5 meters. Okay, so like this way, and then he turns to the left hand side. Okay, so after turning to the left hand side, he walks 3 meters, that is he reaches the destination C. Consider only this destination C. Okay, and after moving to the destination C, once again he takes a right turn. So after moving towards the destination C, that is the person is facing towards the east side, and if he takes the right turn, he will move towards the south direction based on the direction table which we had seen. Okay, so he will move towards the downside, that is the south side, and we need to answer that in which direction is he facing now. So at present, it is readily observed from this situation that the person is towards the south side. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Moving ahead with the next question now, since the time is very less. Once again, I can find that the meeting will turn off in only 7 minutes. So this is the last question of our today's explanation. And then I will offer you a few of the problems for practice also, no need to worry. Okay. Okay, I'm receiving a query that can you please teach again that shadow type questions? Okay, Anup, what we can do is once we are done with this explanation of these questions, then I will explain it on a later stage. I will request admin tech team to kindly, if possible, reschedule the meeting for a duration of merely 10 minutes for the explanation of the set questions. Okay, so first let us try to understand this question number 9, that is Reena walked from point A to point B in the east 10 feet. Okay, the distance covered up is 10 feet. Now she turned to the right and walked 3 feet, and again she turned to the right and walked 14 feet. So how far is she from the location A? Now to understand this, very first we'll have a look at the options provided over here, that we are having the options as 4 feet, 24 feet, 5 feet and 25 feet. Now this is the starting position of Reena. Okay, she walks from A to B in the east direction, and the distance covered up is 10 feet. So let us say the next instance is location B, and the distance between A and B is 10 feet. Then after she turned to the right. Now whenever a person is facing towards the east, and if she takes a right turn, then from the direction table, okay, then from the direction table, it is observed that she is heading towards the south direction. Okay, you can find it over here. She is heading towards the south direction. So getting back to the question, now what happened? After walking 3 feet, she again turned to the right. Now whenever a person is facing towards the south, and if she takes a right turn, she will head towards the west. Okay, she will head towards the west direction from this table itself. So we'll get back to the question once again. And the distance covered up is 14 feet. Now, how far is she from A? So once again, we will apply the concept of Pythagoras, but not readily. We won't take this 14 feet distance. What we will do, we will drop a perpendicular from A to CD. Okay, we will drop a perpendicular from A to CD, and we need to answer the hypotenuse measurement. That is, what is the measurement AD? So it is readily observed from this that this distance is 3 feet. Okay, and let us consider a hypothetical point over here, E. And since the entire distance is 14 feet and this is a rectangle and perpendicular dropped over here, so this distance will be 10 feet and this distance will be 4 feet. Okay, so if this distance is 3 feet, this is 4 feet, then this is definitely 5 feet from the Pythagoras triplet, or we can able to solve it with the help of this Pythagoras theorem also, that is 3 square plus 4 square and the under root of it. Then it is 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, so it is root 25. So it is 5 units or 5 feet. Okay, so distance is 5 feet. Correct answer is 5 feet. Okay. Okay, students, so I do believe that the explanation to this particular problem is well understood by each and every student. Okay. So now, students, as promised, you can take a screenshot of this particular slide, that is problems for practice. Take a screenshot of it and try simplifying these questions by yourself. Few more problems are also kept on the next slide. So once you are done with the screenshot of this slide, please inform me so that I will proceed to the next slide. Okay. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. We are proceeding to the next slide. Okay. Okay, very good, students. So with this, we are hereby done with our session for direction sense test. But before concluding our session, a quote on direction that is quoted by Jim Rohn. If someone is going down the wrong road, he doesn't need motivation to speed him up. What he needs is education to turn him around. Okay, so get yourself educated. The more you can do it, and wish you all the best for your examinations of future. Okay, so as per the request of our students, few of them were facing difficulty in this shadow related problems. So once again, I will explain this two shadow problems which I have kept in this slide. So as you can find, students, that we have provided with a scenario that one morning, so since it's a morning time, we are having two persons, namely Uday and Vishal, who were talking to each other face to face at a crossing. Now, if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, which direction was Uday facing? So your options will be provided like this way. Okay, and then to understand this concept, let us try to have this pictorial representation, and let us quickly bring these two persons over here at the crossroad. Now, since it's a morning time, students, the sun will be at the east direction and the shadow will be towards the west. Now, if you observe that Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday. Now, if we consider this person to be Vishal, okay, and if this person is Uday, then according to the concept of directions which we had learned, if a person, see, Vishal is at present facing towards the north. So whenever a person will be facing towards the north, his left hand side will be towards the west. Okay, so this is the left hand side, this is the right hand. In a similar way, this is the left hand of Uday and this is the right hand of Vishal. Okay, Now, if you observe this scenario over here, which is provided, if Vishal's shadow was exactly to the left of Uday, so Uday's left is towards the east. So is it possible that a shadow of a person is towards the left hand side at the time of sunrise? No, it is not possible. Okay, so we are misconcepted over here with this given situation that Uday is the person who is facing towards the north direction. So I will correct onto this nomenclature of this persons, that is Uday. Okay, he is over here and Vishal is over here. So Uday is facing north. Only at that point of time we can able to identify that the situation goes well, and then we can conclude that Uday is facing towards the north direction. Okay, Anup, I do believe I've made your query clear. Anup and other students who had raised their query for this given question, please have your confirmation in the chat window. Okay. Okay, Samir is having a query. Please once again explain it. See, Samir, what is provided, you can readily observe the situation from this figure which is provided over here, that if we consider Vishal to be Uday and Uday to be Vishal, then the situation will not follow. Why? Because if we observe the question over here, then it is strictly mentioned that Vishal's shadow was towards the left of Uday. Okay, so if we consider this Uday to be Vishal, okay, and this Vishal to be Uday, then at that point of time the shadow will be towards the east. Okay, Vishal's shadow will be towards the east side, which is not possible as it is a case of sunrise. So during the case of sunrise, a person's shadow is always towards the west. So based on this part, we are accepting the fact that Uday will be the person who is facing the north direction and Vishal is the person who is facing the south direction. Samir, I believe I made your query clear now. Please confirm it. Okay. Now we will switch over to another this type of problem which I've kept it. I will quickly bring you to the given problem. Yes. So now the concept is for evening. We have simplified the question based on the scenario of morning situation. Now we will have the simplification for evening time. Okay, so you can find that one evening before sunset, Jeff and Arthur were talking to each other face to face. And if Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur, which direction was Jeff facing? And your options will be provided like this way. So to have a better understanding, let us once again try to picturize this given situation. We have the two persons at the crossroad, and we have the location of the sun right towards the western side. Now, since the sun is towards the west side, the shadow will be towards the east. It is a very common understanding. Now, what is given that if Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur, now we will quickly mention the right left direction of the given persons. Okay, so this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side, then this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. Okay, so based on this, we can able to identify that Arthur's shadow was exactly to the right of Arthur. So to the right of Arthur, which means this person is Arthur, and this person is Jeff. Okay, it is a very common understanding based on this, and we can able to identify the answer also to the given question, that is option D, south. Okay, Jeff is facing towards the south direction. You can observe it from this given figure. Okay, students, so I do believe I've simplified your queries to the questions based on shadow concept. Please confirm it. Okay. Okay then. we are done with this explanation part of direction sense test now. So once again, I'm really thankful to the admin tech team for providing me this opportunity to conduct this doubt solving session of few of our students. And thank you so much, sir, for this kind help. So students, now we will connect on to the next session, which is on Friday. Okay. So thank you and have a great day now.